Hi, this is a continuation of problem number 12. In the first part, I have explained the problem and I have explained about the calculation of interest on loan. In today's class, I am going to cover the remaining part of solution. So we start with the first house. So here first house is used by SSC for own profession, the 25% part of the house which is used by SEC for both professions, so therefore it is not assessable under the head income from house property because SEC is used that property for own profession. Next up, the second house, the second part, that is a 25% part which is used by SEC for a residential purpose, so that is considered as a self-occupied property. So we have to assess as per the provisions of a self-occupied property. So net annual value, it's nil, less deduction under section 24, interest on loan. In that there are two parts, 1/5 of PCP interest and interest on loan in previous year. So I have already explained that concept. Here the loan is borrowed for the construction of the big house which includes 4 properties. So in the same way the loan has been borrowed for the purpose of construction of the big house, that 5 lakh, and which includes 4 units. The loan amount should be divided for 4 houses. So that calculation I have explained in the previous video. So here just it is application of that particular values. So total 1/5 of PCP interest as per the calculation is 25,000, that is for entire house, for the big house. So you have to take here only 25%, so that is a 6,250. This part 25% part of the interest on loan, it is 25,000 into 25%, then interest on loan in previous year 48,000. That calculation I have showed in a previous class. So 48,000 into 25%, so 12,000. 25% is a part of this house. So total interest on loan is 18,250. So SEC is going to get the loss. Of course, in case of self-occupied property, SEC always gets the loss. There will not be any income in case of self-occupied property. So total loss is 18,250 is a loss. So one point you have to remember in this problem is or in this particular house or even in other houses, the interest on loan here you have to calculate only the part related to this particular house. The loan is borrowed for the construction of the big house. That's all. The other part is the same like other problems. Next, we will assess third property or third part of the house, that is a 30% part which is used for SSC as a let out property or for let out purpose. So we will calculate it as per the provisions of let out property. First is the annual municipal value. The annual municipal value of the big house is 50,000. 50,000 into 30%. This part, for this part the municipal value is 15,000, and parental value same way, 40,000 into 30% is 12,000, and 45 standard rent 45,000 into 30%, 13,500. So you will get expected rental value rupees 13,500. Next, rent received. Rent of this house is 2,000 per month. So there is no vacancy or no unrealized rent. So it has been let out for 12 months. Total let out duration is 12 months. So rent received is total 24,000. So that is a rent received. Next, gross annual value. First clause of gross annual value, expected rental value or rent received, whichever is the highest is a gross annual value. Expected rental value 13,500 or 24,000, whichever is the highest is a 24,000. Next, municipal tax. Municipal tax paid is a 10% of municipal value. So municipal value of this part is a 15,000. 15,000 into 10%, so you will get 1,500. So next net annual value, it is a 24,000 minus 1,500, 22,500 is a net annual value. Next, deduction under section 24. First one, standard deduction, 30% on a net annual value. It is 22,500 into 30%, so you will get 6,750. Next is the interest on loan, the same concept which I explained in case of second house. The two part, 1/5 of PCP interest and interest on loan in previous year. 1/5 of PCP interest and interest on loan in previous year. So total 1/5 of PCP interest is for full house, it is 25,000, and for this part into 30%, 25,000 into 30%, so you will get 7,500. And interest on loan in previous year, for this full house it is 48,000. For this part it is 48,000 into 30%, so 14,400. Total deduction for or total amount for interest on loan is 21,900. So at the end, SSC is going to get the loss of rupees 6,150. 22,500 minus standard deduction 6,750 and minus interest on loan 21,900. 22,500 minus 6,750 minus 21,900. So SSC is going to get the loss in case of third house, and loss is 6,150. So this is the solution for third house. So next house is a fourth house, and fourth part of the house is a let out property, that is a 20% part which is used by SSC as a let out. So we will assess as per the provision of let out property. We begin with the annual municipal value. It is 50,000 into 20%, for this part 10,000, and fair rental value 40,000 into 20%, 8,000, and standard rent 45,000 into 20%, 9,000. So next you are going to get expected rental value of rupees 9,000. Next is rent received or receivable. So here let out duration is 11 months, total let out duration. This house was let out for rupees 600 per month in the previous year, and there is a vacancy of 1 month. Vacancy period is 1 month, so total let out term or let out duration is 11 months. So you will get rent received or rent receivable is 600 into 11 months, 6,600 is 11 month rent. 6,600 is a rent for 11 month which has to be received by the owner, by the SSC. Next is unrealized rent. So in this problem, SSC could not realize the rent of 1 month due to the death of due to the death of the tenant. Okay, therefore this rent is considered as a unrealized rent. So there is unrealized rent in case of fourth house. 1 month rent could not be realized by the SSC, by the owner, due to the death of the tenant, and SSC satisfied the conditions. Means if SSC means owner, if satisfied the conditions of unrealized rent, then you can deduct it from rent received. Otherwise it should not be deducted. If the SSC not satisfied the conditions of unrealized rent, then it is not to be considered. Unrealized rent should not be considered. In such cases, the rent received will be 6,600 itself, if SSC not satisfied the condition. So if SSC satisfied the condition, then only you can consider the unrealized rent. So total rent received is, after considering unrealized rent, the rent received is 6,000 for the previous year. So you can calculate it here itself directly. 600 into 10, directly you can calculate 6,000. So that is also a method of calculation, you can do it. But while deducting or while considering unrealized rent, you should remember that there is a condition for unrealized rent. For vacancy period there is no any conditions, but for unrealized rent there is a condition. So that has to be considered, and if the SSC satisfied the condition, then only you can deduct it. Otherwise it should not be considered. So next is the gross annual value. So second clause of the gross annual value, if there is a vacancy or unrealized rent, then gross annual value is equal to rent received. So here vacancy is there as well as unrealized rent, both are given. So therefore gross annual value is equal to rent received. Next is a municipal tax paid. Municipal tax is a 10% of annual municipal value. So here annual municipal value for this part is a 10,000. 10,000 into 10%, so 1,000 rupees. Otherwise you can calculate in another way, like 50,000 into 20% into 10%. So you will also get same value 1,000. Anyway you can calculate it, you are going to get 1,000 rupees as a municipal tax. Next, net annual value. Gross annual value 6,000 minus 1,000, 5,000 is a net annual value. Next, deduction under section 24. The first one is a standard deduction. It is 5,000 into 30%, net annual value into 30%. So you are going to get 1,500 as a standard deduction. Next is the interest on loan. So two part, 1/5 of PCP interest and interest on loan in previous year. So both are the same like in the previous house. 25,000 is the total interest for the full house. So you have to consider only the interest for this part. It is 25,000 into 20%, 5,000, and then there is a 48,000 into 20%, 9,600 is the interest on loan for this part is a 14,600. So after considering a standard deduction and interest on loan, SSC is going to get the loss. Okay, here I have written as a income. Okay, it is a loss. Okay, not income. So it is a loss from house property. It is 11,100 is a loss. Total loss is 11,100. 5,000 minus 1,500 minus 14,600. So total loss is a 11,100. It is a loss, not income. Okay. So that is in case of fourth house. So this is a grand total of all four houses. The first house is used by first part, that is 25% is used by SSC for own profession. So therefore it is not comes under income from house property. In second part, it is a self-occupied property. There SSC is got rupees 18,250 as a loss. In case of third house, it is a 30% part let out property. There also the loss rupees 6,150, and fourth part 20% part, there also the loss of rupees 11,100. So total loss from four house or from the big house is 35,500. This is the loss of the big house. So this is as per the Income Tax Act. SSC is going to get the loss from the entire house property 35,500. So this is a solution for the problem 12. Thank you very much.